Hey guys, I got a new video for you today, and this is going to be another knife that I just picked up from Spyderco. Obviously, as you guys can see by the title, it is the Spyderco Tuff. Not a lot of reviews out there on this particular knife. I know Southpaw Knives did an impression, just kind of showing it off, and I believe somebody else posted a video on this, but like I said, it's a pretty new knife that just came out from Spyderco. And I saw it and I read the, just the kind of specifications on the site where I bought it from. And I picked it up because I wanted to try it out. It's definitely a hard use knife, and I wanted to see what it was all about. It looked really cool, and that's kind of what sold me on it. So once I got it in hand and I started playing around with it, I kind of saw where it got its name. So here's the box. I'll show you guys the side right here. And again, this is the Spyderco Tuff, and it's actually a collaboration with Ed Schempp, designed by him. And then this is the model number there. I'll go ahead and open the box so you guys can see. And right off the bat, I can tell you, before even opening up the box, the weight on this box was one of the first things that I noticed that kind of took me by surprise. Obviously you read everything about the knife and stuff like that. You read the weight, but until you actually have it in hand is when you can appreciate basically where it gets its name, first of all. This is definitely a knife for heavy use because it is a heavy knife. I mean, it comes in at 6.6 ounces. So you definitely, just by looking at it, you can tell, but actually holding it in your hand, you can tell that it's going to be something that you're going to be able to put through its paces and not have to worry about it. The first thing you notice is it's got the G10 side right here, and it's got these kind of stippling through it. I believe that's done to ease with grip when you're using it. The other side is actually a titanium side, and they mirror the the stippling on through there, so to kind of give you that a little bit added comfort and resistance to slip and stuff like that out of your hand. It does have Spyderco's hourglass clip, and it is black, so I'm pretty glad that they went with the black instead of the polished one, because it kind of matches the overall look of the knife itself. As you guys can see, it is a 4-way pocket clip. So left, right, up and down, tip up, tip down carry. So that's pretty nice because it definitely encompasses all left and right-handed users, and then depending on how you like to carry. Now, obviously, from you guys can see from when I open the box, it comes right hand tip up carry. There is the blade inside the handle there, perfectly centered as it should be. And overall fit and finish is really nice. You got this this back spacer that covers pretty much the half of the reverse side of the knife, and then you get a little bit of opening there for ease of cleaning. Obviously, you do have your splitter hole, and the good thing is that both the G10 and the titanium side are cut off, so you can access that splitter hole very easily, left and right-handed. So go ahead and open up the blade. Now, right off the bat, I can tell you the blade is a little bit stiff. It definitely takes some force to go ahead and open it out, and then it's got a really strong detent, but the lockup is very nice, nice and early, as you guys can see there. This is a frame lock. It's got the Chris Reeve integral frame lock, and it also has a stainless steel insert right there with a little bit of jimping. I don't know if you guys can see that. So that kind of helps with the to reinforce the lock bar to make sure that it doesn't close in on you. On the back of the blade, it does have jimping on the thumb ramp there. The jimping is not very aggressive, but the thumb ramp is, so it definitely locks your finger in there. And then you got this the choil there, which locks it on the bottom. You do have a secondary choil up here, so if you do want to choke up on the blade, you can, and it is pretty comfortable when you do that. Now, one thing that I do want to note is that on the titanium side, right here, it's definitely a little bit of a sore spot, and if anybody else gets this knife, I would love to hear a comment on it. I do find that it's a little bit sharp right there, so I wish they would have maybe rounded it off in that area right there, because when I was moving my thumb up to meet the thumb ramp there, I could feel how sharp that area right there would be. So that's just something to note. Again, it is pretty comfortable in hand. as you guys can see there. It fits really, really nice. It does have this almost like a grip, like your like the handle of a gun, as Southpaw Knives mentioned. I do want to reiterate that because you do get that feeling almost, you know, just the ergonomics of the actual knife as they are. The overall length of the knife is 8.84 inches, so it is a pretty big knife. And the blade length comes in at 3.75 inches. So you know, you definitely get a very generous you know, size blade there. It's nice and thick, so for any heavy use task, you're not going to have to worry about breaking the blade or anything like that. And then it does have that cutout on the blade there on either side. Now this is the steel on the blade is it's 3V. I don't really have a lot of experience. It's CPM 3V, I should mention it. I don't have a lot of experience with the steel whatsoever. So again, anybody that might have some more information, feel free to chime in and let us know. Spyderco CPM 3V there. And on the other side, you get the Ed Schempp logo. And then this knife is manufactured in Taichung, Taiwan. All right. So I'll give you a little bit more of a look there. Like I said, this knife is it's fairly new. Not a lot of information out on the market on it. I just received this knife today, so I haven't even you know, gotten to clip it into the pocket. So you know, I don't have any you know, first-hand knowledge on how it would ride or anything like that. Pocket clip, you know, as you guys can see there, it's not a deep ride pocket clip, so you do have a little bit of the knife itself sticking out from the pocket, and then you get a very, very generous lanyard hole. So you know, if you want to throw a lanyard on this, you feel free to do so. Again, opening up the knife, it's still very stiff, and the same thing with trying to close it. It's pretty difficult to try and close it. You need to exert a lot of force to be able to go ahead and close it. As you guys can see, I'm pushing on it. And I'm not sure if, you know, maybe loosening up the pivot screw or anything like that would help that. But for the most part, because of, you know, where it gets its name, you know, Tuff, it's definitely a knife that's designed for heavy use. So, you know, you would expect it to have a little bit higher tolerances. So let me go ahead and open it up again. And by way of comparison, I'm going to roll in the ZT-0561. Reasoning for it is because as far as weight goes and size and everything, I think, you know, from the knives that I have, this is one of the ones that's going to come the closest to it. Obviously, the ZT is more of a linear design to it, versus this one's got that, you know, like I mentioned before, that kind of almost like a gun grip handle to it, and then, you know, you get the blade, so a little bit of an arch there. But as you guys can see, if you guys are familiar with the size of the 0561 or 0560, the Tuff is going to be right around that same size. You know, they're almost pretty similar in length. And then I'll show you the difference. You know, one of the main differences is going to be in the width of the blade there. Obviously, as you guys can see, you know, the blade is going to be a lot thicker on the Tuff. So, like I said, definitely, you know, the design behind it is to be able to use it in heavy task, hard use knife, and not have to worry about it, especially with that, you know, the G10 and the titanium. You know, great materials will hold up to pretty much a lot where you can put it through. So this is just a preliminary review of the Spyderco Tuff. Let me know if you guys have any questions. Thanks.